Alright, here we go. Hello everyone, everybody, every peoples, Jade Arrow here, and welcome to another 1v1. This time on the map Arabia, we have our first player in the blue. He's playing as the Incas. We have Dark Side of the Sun. And our other player to the north of the map in the green, playing as the Britons, we have Dallin. And this is not going to be a typical match. I watched the first few minutes of this game, so I'm not sure how it ends, but I know it's gonna get crazy. This is a bit of a break the meta game, as you're gonna see pretty soon. Right now, with the civilizations, Incans versus the Britons, I would definitely put my money on the Incas, just because they can get out their Eagle Warriors and take down any archers that the Britons player is inevitably going to go for, having the best archers in the game, and the Eagle Warriors will basically shred any archers that will come through, and the Britons player Dallin, he could go for man-at-arms to counter that, but then the Incas have their slingers that would very easily destroy infantry, so that's going to be difficult. To counter the Eagles, Dallin could also go for cavalry, but the Britons don't get great cavalry. They only upgrade to Cavalier, so it's kind of a rough matchup for him. Looking at the maps, they're pretty evenly bad, I would say. I think Sun here does have a better map, but they're both equally bad. For their gold, for Sun's gold, it's very forward, and so is his secondary gold over here. He can wall up there, which is nice for him, and on this side. He does have a wallable map on that side. But on this side, both of his stones are forward and on this hill. So, if Dallin comes forward with archers, then he won't be able to get his stone here, and which also means he won't be able to get this stone, this gold on the side here. And this hill is going to be a bit of a problem for him if Dallin comes forward with archers. His wood line, he has a large wood line for Arabia, so that's good for him, but it is also on this hill, which does make it difficult for him. And Dallin's map is also pretty bad. He does have his main gold in the rear, so that's good for him, but his other minerals are pretty far forward over on this side. His main stone and secondary gold are pretty forward and also on hills. So if Sun went with archers of his own, then they could just camp on these hills and take that. He does have this secondary stone, and here's where this is getting interesting. Dallin is sending villagers onto stone, and if we look at his population, he's at 18 population, looking to go up for feudal pretty quickly, and with these villagers on stone, that's instantly throwing signs to me that he's going for a Trush, as the Britons. This is something you never see. The Britons, it's pretty much just a one meta thing, is they go for feudal age and go for archers. That's what you see. But this is something else. This is a break the meta strategy. A Briton's Trush. I'm excited to see how this turns out for him. And it's not a bad idea either. Because, looking at his Fog of War, yeah, he sees both stones for Sun are on this hill right next to each other. this is perfect for a Trushing strategy. He can just put towers on this hill, and Sun won't be able to build defensive towers. And where is the next stone that Sun can gather? It's way over here. He doesn't have any other stone nearby at all. So he could be wide open to this attack here, and it's probably going to catch him completely off guard. And also, both of his golds are out here, so if Dallin looped around to this side, he would be denying both of his golds, which, again, would be a difficult thing to deal with, because then he can't go up to Castle Age, and he can't be pumping out eagles. So, we'll see how this turns out. Dallin is going to be advancing soon, and I think Sun is going for a bit of a fast castle strategy, is what he's trying to do. He's got 5 on wood, which is more than you would typically see, but he does have the 3 on gold that he needs for that, and plenty of villagers on food, so he's probably trying to go for a fast castle into eagles to counter any archers. But Dallin completely throwing him for a loop and going with a Trush here. He's clicked up to feudal and immediately sends out, I think he's got 3 here that he's sending out, maybe 4 with her, but he's gonna send these out, and he has a scout here watching. He's probably gonna put towers right there, and it's gonna be a big problem for Sun. So he's walling up here, which is good for him, because then Dallin can't come around this side as easy and take his gold. But this part of his base is going to be wide open. He's trying to house wall, I think, on this side, but he's going to be completely caught off guard. But oh no! 3 wolves, woo woo woo! That villager goes down. And here comes another one.
Greeting?
So that's kind of unfortunate placement of the wolves for Dallin, but he's going to come forward right as he hits feudal age and going to place towers right on that hill. I'm not quite sure what he sees, but he sees the wood lines there, so that's, again, great for these towers. There's the first one right there. And does he see this? He doesn't see this yet. I don't know if he's going to retreat or what he's going to do. But Sun's building a barracks, and now sees this, and he's probably thinking, what in the world is this? This is not a normal. And he would be right. This is not normal at all. He's walled up on this side, so Dallin can't get through there. So this is where everything is. So he's putting down a mining camp there to grab some emergency stone to defend from this. But this watchtower is going to go up. Dallin's wisely walled in these villagers, so that's going to be denied from Sun. So that tower is going to go up, that tower is going to go up, and now throwing down this tower, I'm not sure it's going to go up.
Ready.
Ooh, could lose a vill. No, she opts in the tower, so she's fine. But this is probably catching Sun completely off guard. If you look at his resources, he was totally expecting to go up to a fast castle. He had the farms out to get the food to go up, but now he has to defend from this. And this tower might just barely go up, but he's lost 1 vill so far, and there's a second one, and there's a third vill going down. But he's trying to get this up, and it's so close, and he just barely is gonna have the stone for 1 more defensive castle, or tower. But now he has no stone. He is stone for 1 tower, and he's got to be wise with his placement here. That vill probably gonna go down if he goes after it. Is he gonna go chase it down? Probably not. But that tower finally does go up. But at what cost? There's 3 vills. There we go. That vill's gonna get picked off. Oh no! The quick walls! I don't think there's a gap there. So, wow, good quick walls from him. And these two are lower ranked players. They're like low 1600s. So, that's impressive to see from players of this rank. But right now, it looks as if Sun is going to be going with his eagles here, and that's where he's going to put his second tower, which is the only one he can make. He doesn't have the stone for others, and that tower is going to be denied, and I think Dallin recognizes it and is trying to run, but there's not a gap there, unfortunately, so that bill's going to go down, and there she goes. But so far it's pretty effective, and look how much stone Dallin has. He can keep this up all day, but here's the problem. He doesn't have food to keep creating villagers. He's gonna create those and sending a lot of villagers over to berries, and he's gonna make farms, but he's gonna be a bit behind in eco. And that's just what happens when you go for a trust strategy. You put all your resources into these towers and don't really have much eco, and I think Sun realizes that Dallin's probably had all his focus up here, and he's going to counterattack. And he could cause some damage to this wood line here, but he's going to run straight past. And I'm not sure what he's going to find. He's probably going to go over to this stone. And I don't think Dallin notices yet. He hasn't really reacted. Now he's noticed. He's probably going to garrison those two. And these eagles probably aren't going to be too effective. But this is a good idea from Sun, is just to counterattack, because he probably thinks that Dallin's all invested in this forward, and he probably is. And Dallin's sending 2 more villagers all the way over, and now walling up his wood line. So his wood line's going to be safe, but look at the damage here. I don't think Dallin's paying attention, otherwise he would have stopped this. But what is that? 1, 2, 3 villagers going down so far. He's going to get a 4th one. So this actually turned out better than I thought. So that's actually good for him. He's denying food, even though Dallin does have plenty of food to make villagers, but his town center is idle. So that's not very good from him. Even though he's probably focused down here, he still should be making villagers. And I get it that among lower ranked players, it is difficult to multitask like that. But that's something you should always do, is keep your town center busy. Right now, that tower went down for Dallin, so he's throwing up another one right here, and he's going to get it up. He did lose a vill though, and these vills are at lower health, but he doesn't have fletching yet. I don't know if he's researching it. He just barely put that blacksmith down, but he's not researching fletching. So these towers still going to be good, just not as good as they could be. But right now, where are these villagers going for Sun? They're stone miners, but I'm not sure where they're going. Maybe, I don't know what he's trying to do. He doesn't have stone for towers of his own. He has the resources to go up to Castle Age now, but he doesn't have the buildings for it. So I'm not sure what his plan is here. He's trying to batter this tower down, and it's gonna be close. There goes one villager. He's gonna lose another, and I think Dallin deleted that. And these villagers going up here, I'm not sure what he's planning with them. He might build barracks up here and just send in Eagle Scouts into Dallon's base, which could be very well. This is not something you ever want to see, is that many idle villagers. You might not realize that the stone is saturated, might go over here, and he's gonna see these villas probably. And on this side, Sun, jeez, 4 barracks. He's going full eagles right now. So, I don't know, if he masses them up, he'll be able to take down these towers. And it might go well for him. And he does have the resources to go up to Castle H, which he will do once he puts the buildings required for it. And then he can upgrade to Eagle Warriors. And then it might be a problem for Dallon, because look at his base. He doesn't even have a barracks. I'm sure he has the resources for it. He doesn't have the gold to go with man-at-arms, but it would be good for him to do that, just to fight against these eagles. They do get bonus damage against eagles. He's going over... Oh! Oh, I see what... Oh, that's what he was doing. He's like, okay, fine. If you're gonna just tower my stone, I'm gonna come take yours. But unfortunately, Dallon saw that and is just gonna build a tower there. So, good try, I guess. It's kind of funny, but that's not gonna work for him. So, Dallon has very little gold, so he's throwing everything into these towers, but he's not really doing anything with them. I think if he were to loop around this side and then build towers down here, that'd be good. And then maybe he could push up this way, but he needs to act now before Sun gets up to Castle Age, which he doesn't have the gold for. He's probably used all of his gold making eagles, and yeah, the eagles is a very pricey unit to go into. They're 50 gold each, so it's fortunate that he was able to wall here. Otherwise, Dallon could put towers down here and then deny his gold, and Sun would be in real trouble. But for now, the towers are on this side, and Dallon's going to put a tower right there, and it's going to deny these farms here, but he didn't really have many farms there in the first place, so that's okay. But after that tower goes up, Dallon can come around and put towers down here, which would deny these farms, which would be a bigger problem. But now, Sun is sending more villagers forward. He must really want that stone. And continuing to attack with these scouts, he does have the forging upgrade, so he has +1 on his eagles. And I don't know, he could do some damage here with 4 eagles. They are on lower health, but he's gonna find at least 1 kill here. And that, oh, the pathing there, horrible. He's gonna lose 1, oh, barely hopping in the tower. And now he's gone forward and has these, and now he's massing a pretty sufficient number of eagles. And gonna take a fight here, try and deny the tower, but it's not gonna work. So he's come forward. I'm not sure what his plan is. He might just be waiting here to put more barracks down and just stream eagles into Dallon's base. But now those towers are up, gonna keep this area fairly well defended for now. And something that Sun could try is just send all of his eagles over here and take these towers down. But I'm not sure how effective it's gonna be. He does have plenty of resources to keep doing this, and he's gonna add an archery range. So maybe gonna add in slingers or archers, but Dallin still doesn't have a barracks. He must not realize how much of a threat these eagles are. There's a bunch of wolves clumped up there. I'm guessing that Sun sent a villager over here or something. Maybe Dallin did, and got completely obliterated. But I don't know what Sun's doing. Maybe he's scouting around for more resources, but they're conveniently placed right where he can't easily get them. But now he's streaming a bunch of eagles forward, and this is going to be problematic because Dallin still doesn't have a barracks, and he doesn't have any military buildings, so he has no way to defend himself. So Sun could do some pretty good damage here. And Dallin just now going forward and building these. And I think this is the problem he's having. He's focusing everything onto the forward, so he kind of neglects his economy and defense. So he's an easy target for these eagles. And Sun's gonna go up to castle soon as he gets the gold for it, and then gonna upgrade to eagle warriors probably. And Dallin doesn't seem as concerned as he should be, in my opinion. He's throwing up a tower, but against this number of eagles, the tower's not gonna stand for very long. So he's still continuing to make eagles from all these barracks. And he doesn't really seem interested in going up to castle soon, but maybe that'll change now that he has the buildings for it. And one tower, not going to do anything against this amount of eagles. They will take this down, and just now putting a barracks down. So I think now he's concerned and throwing a panic barracks down. Not sure that he's going to be able to mass the right amount of man-at-arms to fight this, though. And if he gets the castle, he might upgrade to longsword just to fight all these off, but then Sun's probably going to just come out with slingers and take that down. And this is kind of the strength of the Incas. They're not really good at any one thing. They're just kind of a counter to everything. It's no matter what unit comes their way, they have a response to it. And that's something that very few civs have. So like, he opened up with eagles, which would get countered by man-at-arms, which he could just come out with slingers, which would get countered by archers, which then he could just make more eagles and counter that. So, really, Incas are very good at countering anything else. And I'm not sure what Dallin's resources are looking like. Yeah, they're not good. He could go up to Castle H right now. No, he has the resources to go up, but he doesn't have the buildings. He's got a blacksmith, but he'll need something else. He needs either a market or an archery range. Probably not going to go for a stable, just because Briton cavalry aren't that great. Even though knights would do pretty well against these eagles, they're just not all that great. And now he's getting destroyed by these eagles. And no way. Sun's going for the town center. Oh, that is a bold move. I don't think he's gonna get it, but yeah, he's given up. If he were to take down that town center, that would have blown my mind. But yeah, here's some panic barracks from Dallin, and this whole part, all his minerals are going to be taken over. These eagles will effectively take down these towers. I don't think Sun has arson yet, so he's not going to be as effective taking these down, but they're still doing the job. Look how fast they're taking these down. And just some few man-at-arms here, it's not going to be that effective. But now Dallon's coming forward with these towers, and if he gets over to this side, that could be a bit of a problem for Sun, because that's where his gold is. But now he's going up to Castle, and he could go with Rams to take these towers down, or he could just upgrade to Eagle Warriors, which would take out the towers just as effectively. So now, Dallon can't really fight this. He doesn't have massive man-at-arms yet. He's getting there, but it's not going to be enough. And now, Sun is at Castle, and not upgrading right away to Eagle Warrior, and might decide to come out with Slingers once he sees these man-at-arms. But let's see how effective these man-at-arms are. And Dallon's just coming forward with them, but deciding not to engage yet. These are pretty weak Eagles, so if he wanted, he could probably engage with this little army that he has. So here he goes. Let's see how it turns out for him. And just picking off the weak Eagles, so it's actually not going too bad for him. He cleaned up that whole army there with just the minimal amount of man-at-arms. He is using these villagers to fight the man-at-arms as well, which is better than using the Eagles. But I think those 3 man-at-arms will take it. And now putting a town center right there on these minerals. Dang, Sun is a bold player. He does not care. He's just going to put a town center right there. It is going to be denied for now. And he's got all the towers, but here we go. All these Eagles. He's got the upgrades for them, plus 4 attack. He's got 4 pierce armor. So he's going to be able to take these towers down very effectively. And still not going with the Eagle Warrior upgrade. But it doesn't really matter. These scouts are enough. And there's not a whole lot that Dallon can do against this. His resources probably aren't looking that great. He does have gold, he can keep doing man-at-arms, but he doesn't really have the food. He can make a few of them, but he's not. So I'm not sure what he's doing. He's probably focused somewhere else. Probably trying to keep these villagers alive or something, I don't know. But his barracks are idle, and these villagers are idle. And this is kind of the problem when you try and do a tower rush, is your focus is divided, and among newer players it's really hard to pay attention to everything going on. But just now making more man-at-arms. He doesn't have any upgrades for them though. But he's holding on. I think now it's Sun's game, and neither of them really played this wrong. Like, this was a crazy strategy. Never seen a Britons Trush before, and it's always entertaining to see players just try something creative. And I think he did well, putting these towers down, denying the stone. The problem was that fortunately Sun was able to wall up here, so he wasn't quite able to get in and take this gold, which was really the tipping point, because then Sun can mass these Eagles. And yeah, really Dallon's only option is man-at-arms. He could try and go up to Castle Age and get longswords, which he's throwing down a bunch of farms now, and just now getting horse collar. So he's trying to go up to Castle Age. He should probably put down a market, but he doesn't have the wood for it. He's got such a weak eco comparative to Sun. Alan's population is at 31, and Sun has 52. So Sun has more military, he has more eco, and now he's coming out with slingers. And that just seems like the finishing blow. Is these slingers get crazy bonus damage against infantry, and man-at-arms are going to go down. And Dallin doesn't have the eco to go with archers to counter the slingers, but the eagles will just take out the archers anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I think this is the point where Sun's gonna win. Like, I don't want to call it just yet, but I think at this point it's pretty much over. Sun has plenty of resources to keep going with eagles. He does have low food count, but it's hardly matters. Coming out with slingers. Yeah, look how much damage a slinger does. So, I think at this point it's over. Look at the score difference. Almost, it's just over 1,000-point difference. And now Sun is running with these villagers. I'm not sure where he's going. Maybe he's going to try and finish that town center. He never deleted it. So maybe he's going to try, and that looks to be what he's going to do. And another great benefit of the Incas, their villagers benefit from infantry upgrades. So these villagers are quite beefy. And Dallin's just going to call it the GG right there. So, a crazy game. That was fun. The tower rush is an annoying strategy, and as the Britons, it's just so unexpected. You never think that the Britons of all civs are going to do that. So, great idea, and it was executed pretty well. Just having your attention divided kind of messed him up, I think. And just wasn't playing as aggressive, but good job from Sun for holding on. And really good job to both players. So that's going to be it for this video. And thank you guys so much for watching this. I appreciate every single one of you amazing viewers, and I will see you all in the next video.